And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the one and only Remark Show with your main man, your fucking homeboy, your boy. Motherfucking fingers. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, it's me, your boy, me, JP Fingers. Let's get things fucking started right now. Let me get my cell phone out of my pocket. Oh, big shout out to the big dog. Ow, ow, ow. Yeah, that's me barking. And that's also fucking Sir Louis Cigars barking. Swing that big boutique dick around. Boutique as fuck. Oh. What's up? Yeah, star 69? Yeah. Speaking of 69, my boy's fucking Humasmart. Take care of your life. Take care of your fucking cigars. Are you crazy? What was my phone stuck on in my pocket? Oh, my bearded buffalo beard pick. Keeping it tight, keeping it fresh, keeping it right. At Bearded Buffalo Oils. Hit them up.com. Hit them up on all fucking states of fucking social media and interweb. Oh, God. Promo code REBAR. Every fucking where. Hit them up. Support them. Get it. Do it. Rebar style. Whew. All right.
Feel good?
Ladies and gentlemen, it is me, JP Fingers here. I am joined by Ben from Wisconsin, but I'm going to get into his intro. I'm just making sure it's Wisconsin. Am I correct?
Oh, yes. Yes, sir.
Fucking right it is, bud. We're here from Wisconsin. Dude, I'm from Canada too. I got to give you a proper introduction. Ladies and gentlemen. I got a sticker from here. I got a sticker from on my beer fridge. I got a sticker that I'm still waiting to put on something. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the guy you want showing up on your fucking doorstep, ringing your fucking doorbell. This guy, the main man with the fucking package you want. He's got a sticker. He's in good shape. He listens to music I still listen to. He smokes cigars. He supports local. He buys local. He fucking, whatever the fuck he wants to buy, he fucking does it. One of the main supporting guys from day fucking one of the Rebar Show. The funny thing is, the main other guy too is his fucking good buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, we have on the Rebar Show for a long time. I've wanted it. We have the one and only. I'm going to say your full name. It's just Sexy Monkey, aka Ben Monk. I don't know why AKA is your actual name, but we got Sexy Monkey. We got Sexy Monkey here, aka Ben fucking Monk. Ladies and gentlemen.
Happy to be here. Happy to finally be on the show.
Hey, it's worked out now. It's worked out.
Sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Canadian. People make fun of me. Unfortunately, Ben does not sound like a typical person that you think is from Wisconsin. He talks a little bit faster than I do. You know what, Ben? I want to put a lot of pressure on you right now, sexually and show-wise.
All right.
Can you give a disclaimer? However you want. You give the disclaimer in whatever way you want to do it. Good,
Absolutely.
bad, whatever. You mean it, you don't mean it. I don't mean it. I mean it. I don't know. You give it right now.
The show's disclaimer, you're saying, right?
This is like carrying the fucking Olympic torch right now. You know what I mean? I'm sitting here and I'm like, I'm ready to fucking hand it to you.
All right, here we go. The thing is, Justin and I are going to say a bunch of things. Some of it you might like. Some of it you might not like. You might agree with it. You might not agree with it. If you dig it, keep watching. If you don't, kick rocks. It's fine. You're good. We're going to shotgun beers. I'm not. But I just need you to know before we get anything going that it is in no way representative of any of the sponsors. It is our thoughts and opinions, and it doesn't represent them in any way. So don't bring them into it. It's just
as a friend and as a longtime listener / viewer, was that better actually seeing it live?
Seeing the shotgun live?
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved every second. I was prepared to give the disclaimer, JP. I was ready, bud.
Really?
And you were doing that, and I got distracted because I was like, oh shit. Oh, it's on right now.
It's that sleight of hand stuff. You know what I mean? I'm like a magician. I'm like David Blaine, but I'm not mulatto. Was he the mulatto one? I don't know.
David Blaine's mulatto?
I think he's mulatto. I want to say he's mulatto. Fact check that,
I'm
guys. Neither of us
I'm
are like Chris
Neapolitan.
Angel.
I'm Neapolitan. I bet you didn't know that.
I don't even know what that means. Like the ice cream?
Mhm.
Pink, white, and brown?
I mean, I was
I guess
thinking like
that is
strawberries.
Norwegian. For those of you that don't know, Ben, Sexy Monkey, is and for years your name never made any sense. And I was like, okay, Sexy Monkey. And I was like, you know what? Not a bad looking guy at all. In good shape.
Thanks, thanks, buddy.
Gets to wear shorts all year round if you want to.
Mhm.
Great fucking calves on the guy.
They're not bad.
I was like, Sexy Monkey. And I was like, okay, yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm fucking JP Fingers. You know what I mean? You don't know why they call me JP. I look like a fucking diddler or like some sort of person that just fingers everything, I guess.
This guy.
And I don't want to use my full name. But I was like, Sexy Monkey. I was whatever. And I was like, hey, what's your name? You're like, Ben Monk. And I'm like, huh. I get it now. I get
Yeah.
it. So this is going to be like a little fucking parent teacher conference. We're the parents. No, we're the teachers. You guys are the parents. Learn it. Take it in. Sexy Monkey, Ben Monk. Interesting. From Wisconsin. His address is psych.
Whoa.
Yeah. His address is
A lot of people.
123 None Your Business.
A lot of people ask me like where does that, and I actually kind of get judged like, oh, you're arrogant or something like that. And I'm like, no, it was a nickname from high school that like a couple friends started calling me that. And it
And
just
then
became
you
like
sent them a picture of your abs and your smile and your eyes, and they're like, "Well, yeah, it does make sense." You know what I mean? They're like, "Oh, wow."
no, it became my game, like my video game tag, and then it became like and it just, that's all it is. That's it.
I'm gonna give you that. It is. I don't want to say confident, but I want to. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit confident. You're like, yeah, sexy monkey. Because I mean, even though all the letters aren't there, you fucking know what it spells and you know what it says when you look at it, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, he's got the proof to back it up, I guess. Not calling you
I try.
sexy, but I'm saying you're a decent looking dude. You got a fucking How can I not say this guy's not a decent looking dude? He's got a fucking rebar tank top on. Show him why you're wearing a tank top. Show him.
Uh,
Take the fucking other thing off after, and just give us a little rebar flex. I flex a lot on the show.
um,
You
I don't
showing
know
us?
if you're telling me to take it off so you can see the back, or if you're telling me to take it off because
I got to be
you want to
honest.
see.
I don't know what's on the back. Oh no shit! Yes, I do remember that now. Look at that! Look at that! Got the beard comb in. Got the pick. Look at that bearded button. Now give us a flex. Look
Bro,
at
it's
that.
actually really hot in here, so I'm not keeping it off because you gave me attention. I'm keeping it off because this wood stove's cooking, bro.
You know why it's hot? Because he cuts his own fucking lumber up. He fucking kindles it. Fucking all that shit. Takes care of it.
I was.
He produces his own heat from his body. Think of that. Boom. All
I've been
right.
told I run.
Let's get into what we're smoking, what we're drinking. Mr. Monk, you'll go first. And then I'll
All
go.
right. Well, what I'm smoking. This is an ode to the show from way back.
Oh, fuck. No! Did you
Got an
win
ad
that?
going. Shout out Nickel City Cigars.
Shout him out. Hit him up. Hit up my boy Tommy Local. From what I hear, promo code Rebar does actually still work.
Bangerang.
Seriously, seriously, it does still work. Somebody hit
If
me
not,
up.
hit me up. I'll find a discount code for you. I'm drinking some. I've got
Smart and
habanero.
sexy monkey.
I've got a habanero vodka that's a gift from a friend of mine in orange juice.
Oh my god,
it's delicious. And then I'm drinking some Irish cream coffee that actually. So JP and I were talking about this before everything started. A lot of dairy and liquor. It's fucking too much, right?
Yeah, a lot of dairy and liquor, a lot of chocolate in the underpants.
That's what I'm saying. So it's actually, I got some rum in it also, some coconut rum with the Irish cream coffee.
Burning off that dairy. I respect that. I wish I had done that in my previous fucking 3 months of dairy. I mean, I gotta be honest. Too much dairy when I was a kid, I would always get ear infections. And then I thought I
Ears.
grew out of it. And then I thought I grew out of it. Guess where it came to hit me? Not in the ears, but in the butthole. Opposite end of the body. But both holes. You know what I'm saying? It went from
How
ear
does
hole
it?
to butthole.
How does it like? How does dairy cause? I don't understand that at all.
I didn't get it either, but that's what the doctor told my parents, and it worked.
Hmm. I don't know about that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't eat a shit ton of chocolate now, but when I eat chocolate, I eat a shit ton of it. And I know back in the day when I was a kid, that would have gave me an ear infection. It doesn't give me an ear infection now, but too much liquor in my alcohol gives me a butt infection.
Too much dairy in your alcohol. Gotcha.
Yeah, too much
Yeah.
alcohol in my dairy. Well, I guess it's either way.
Yeah.
I mean, that dairy's gonna fuck me either way, or unfuck me, I guess. Yeah, too much alcohol and just dairy in general with alcohol. Ugh, not a good fucking
Absolutely.
sign for me, and I'm probably gonna forget about it coming into next fall, and I'm gonna try keto again. You know what? Maybe it was just a bad year for me. Remember, my body wasn't fully developed, and I'm gonna learn once though, and I'm gonna know. Okay, that's the fifth time in 2 years that this doesn't work. And they say fifth time's the charm. You know what I mean? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me and you. Fool me for the third time, shame on Ben. Fool me for the
Oh,
fourth time, shame on all of us. Fool me the fifth time, shame on my underwear because I got to throw them out.
and then start all over again.
Yeah. And then the sixth time, shame on me for not just wearing the same pair of underwear that are shitty. Right? So, all right. What am I smoking? What am I drinking? I'm smoking a Last Rights Black Label Trading. Fucking fantastic size. I think it's like a Lonsdale size. Maybe a little bit thinner in between a Lancero and a Lonsdale, not to get too cigar aficionado on ya. And
Best size.
I am drinking from Rorschach Brewing, from our local pizza joint. They actually do craft beer delivery from their thing. They have a bunch of craft beers that you can't buy at a beer store or anything. Dreamsicle, double raspberry, double IPA. It's eight and a
Wow.
half percent. It's 8.5%, and you know what? It's so tart and so acidic. It was giving me heartburn for a little bit. I bought a 4 pack of them. You got to drink it ice cold. So what did I do? I pulled it out of the fridge after sitting in there for 2 weeks. Now it's probably almost room temperature. So I'm going to try to get myself heartburn. Heartburn rarely occurs, but it only occurs after you lay down in bed and you want to try to go to sleep, and then you feel the rush of fucking acid or lava come up your throat. Fun fact: getting older. Boom, 37's coming.
I was
This is
just gonna say, bro, you're having a lot of body things,
so.
especially
I
with the things you're
and I
drinking.
shit you not. 4 years ago, I used to have the craziest fucking acid reflux when I would lay in bed. And then I lost some weight. I think I want to say I got healthier, but I mean, I dropped some weight I didn't need to have on me, and it stopped. Boom, and I was good. Now I think it's fucking coming back to shoot me in the foot. No pun intended. What am I going to get? Gout?
Jesus,
You know what I'm
bro,
saying? The fucking gout?
you need to knock on some wood or something.
Yeah. Oh, so you know what? I held it. I didn't have a sip of it, and I was about to put it back. Let me have a sip of it. Oh, it tastes like acid reflux.
Delicious.
No, it is really good. It is actually a really good beer. But when I drink it past fucking 8 p.m. at night, yeah, it's gonna probably hit me. But it is a good beer, and it's 8.5%. So I got to respect that. It doesn't taste like it. It almost tastes like a fucking raspberry smoothie. So I like it. It's
All right.
tick, boy. All right. The wood I knocked on. Out of the people I've asked if they have one of these or if they've heard of it, I would say 3 out of 5 right now. So that's over 50%. If you're good with any math, what is that, like 60%?
60%. 3 out of 5.
See, yeah. Yeah, I guess 5 times 20 is 100.
I can do
I knew
math
what
too.
it, I
I'm not
knew
just
what it
pretty.
was. That's it, right? We're not just fucking looks. Mostly him is the looks, but I mean, See, I said it without actually knowing the real answer, but then when I actually broke it down how I thought I should break it down, I was right. We were right.
Mm-hmm.
I said it, and you're like, yeah, that's right. I was like, yeah, see, intervals to get you to 100. So
Yeah.
one of these things, 3 out of 5 people I talked to this year, actually. So you know what? The fourth guy was on the fence because he had seen it from where I had referenced it from, and he was like, I just didn't know how it was, but he lives 10 minutes away from me, and I bought it. Many brands of this, but it's a Top Hat. I think is the big one, or Smoke Hat, but it's a drink smoker. It is a fucking drink smoker. Literally, as soon as I brought it out, I showed it. You're like, oh yeah, I got one for Christmas, and I was like, holy fuck.
Got that. Haven't tried it, but I
need to get a rebar one of these.
Dude, that'd be dope.
Right? But I mean, I guess we're sort of fucked. There's just only a few of us that know what it is.
You know what you could do is get like a metal imprint of the rebar sign that you could like brand, like heat it up and man.
Cattle prod shit.
Just start burning that into everything.
The problem is more people need to know about these. Like it is pretty cool. And I mean, have I used it to its fullest potential? No, I've used it one day where I had like 4 glasses of whiskey.
Well, I'll say up here in Wisconsin, a lot of people drink a lot, and a lot of the people I know exactly what that thing is as soon as you show it to them. So
it's I want to say I paid $35 to $40 for it. I got 5 different kinds of wood chips that come in like little chewing tobacco things.
Yep.
Not mad about it either way. Not mad about it either way. But I mean, I just think it's the people who I was like, oh, have you? And they're like, yeah. And then my buddy Bo was like, oh yeah, I fucking saw that on Johnny Drink's channel, and I'm like, dude, that's where I got the idea to like try to look for it. I guess this is just for true fucking aficionados. Not to say that we're true aficionados, but I mean, well, when it comes to smoking drinks, we are. So,
if you're gonna call me it, then I guess I am.
Well, I didn't call you it. I'm saying you are. I'm saying, you know what I mean? I'm saying you are. So, like, you already were. You already were without you knowing it. You know what I mean? Fuck. After 4 drinks, it sounds like I'm from Wisconsin of what people actually think Wisconsin sounds like. How come? Ben, how come? Oh, fuck, sorry. Let me get the door for you. How come it sounds like I'm from Wisconsin of what people think it actually sounds like? Well, it's because I'm from Canada, but do people talk slow out in Wisconsin?
So look, yes, not everybody, but a lot of people do. My wife is got to be the worst. It's funny how much it stands out to me because she'll be just talking and then all of a sudden, A, she'll slow down, but B, she'll like, ooh. And I'm like, where did you just come from? Because she doesn't do it all the time, but she will just hold her O's like exactly what you see on TV shows, exactly what they give us a hard time about. And I'm like, you're the issue. You're perpetuating our stereotype. You need to go.
Just, dude, I do it too. I mean, have I said A to you yet?
Okay, to be fairness, like A, like that's kind of universal. I knew people in the South, and when I was in the Army, I knew people from the South that would say A. So
suck on that. It's not just me.
No,
but I mean,
yeah,
so it's like I'll have my so I have like a drink limit. With just, I won't limit myself to drinks, but I'm like, okay, 1 drink, and I'm like, hey, or I'm like this, hey, how? Sorry, see, I just can't help but to start with A. How's that beer, man? Like, it's pretty good, thanks. And I'm just like this. I got you another one. How's that going down? See, but then I said down, right? Like, oh, it's good. Hey, got one more coming your way. You know, and you just like, it's fucking ridiculous. I'll talk to people, 3 hours north of me into Canada, and I'm like, holy fuck, are we in fucking Wisconsin? You know what I mean? I'm like, holy shit, you just hear these people, and then I'm like, fuck, that's what all my American buddies think I talk like after fucking 4 drinks. Right? And then you notice yourself, like I'll hear myself sometimes on a show. I'm like, man, I was fucking delayed. And like not slow, but like just delayed, where you're just like, oh, come on. You just say certain things, you're like, shit. Like I've never, and I'm not like, oh man, I was trying. It's just like I've never sounded more Canadian. And like does it stand
Funny
out?
how you're
100
you're
fucking
going back and
percent.
forth between those two things. Like, do I
Mhm.
sound like I'm from Wisconsin or do I sound like I'm from Canada? Like, it's funny that you're saying both. That's the joke, right? Like sounding like you're from Wisconsin. It's not even like a original thing. They're just claiming that we sound like we're from Canada. That's it. Like Canada
Yeah.
owns it.
I mean,
Wisconsin's just
no,
like a product.
it's the same lake that connects us, though,
I mean, yeah.
right? Um, but yeah, and I mean, just it's fuck. You don't have to try to talk. You just fucking talk. You know what I'm saying? You're not worried. Oh fuck, sorry. Let me get that door for you, bud. You know what I mean? Oh, my bad, buddy. Oh, oops. My apologies. You know what I mean? Not a bad thing.
No, it's all
Not
right.
a great thing because when I'm in the middle of Pennsylvania, I sound like I'm fucking from fucking Japan. I remember you've heard of the beer company Yingling, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
So me and the wife were up in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, doing a whole tourist shit. There's a good cigar shop up there, Nick Ingens. Hit him up. Beer, cigars, and more. Just a bunch of beer, literally a shit ton of beer and a shit ton of cigars. He's got it, and we're just carrying on. They're like, "You're from Canada, aren't you?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Like, you know what I mean? You can't say that to anybody. You know what I mean? Like, you're from Canada. Shut your fucking mouth. You know what I mean? And it's just like, yeah, I am. And they're like, oh, let me get the owner, Nick Ingen. And he's like, oh, all my family lives up in Brampton, and he's describing them, and I'm like, oh yeah, in this neighborhood and this and that. It's Canada is way more demographic, like geography wise, than the United States is. He goes Brampton. They have 3 million people there, and I go, oh fuck, they're just off this by Chincoocoozy Park, and he's like, yeah, they are. And I'm like, fuck, like, how did I know that? Yeah, call Browntown. But it's yeah, and it's so stereotypical. You know what I mean? He's like, oh, he fucking owns the fucking Hasty Mart up there, and you're like, oh, I know exactly where that is. Oh yeah, they're fucking good. They're good dudes. They're good people. And it's just damn, like it's so in a non-offensive way. It's just so aggressively coming at you.
Bro, this isn't to sound simple at all, but every once in a while I have to stop and think about Canada, right? Because
Hey, I appreciate you and the rebar.
I'm
You
from
think?
I'm from way up north. Wisconsin is like we're up here. Like a lot of people kind of I think are simple and kind of think of North America like they think a lot about the United States. That's just the way it is. And I'm at the very top of it, and it's cold as fuck up here. And we constantly have conversations about like what the hell? Why are we like? Who decided this was where we're stopping? Right? Like they got off the boat and they're like, we're gonna go west and we're gonna go north. Like we're like that sounds like prime real estate. But there
Mhm.
are millions of people above me that are like, I don't know what y'all are doing up there. That's all I'm saying is that I don't know what y'all are doing up there. It's cold here. I wouldn't want to get colder.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like honestly I feel like I've came to terms now with it. I mean, I guess I have a winter vehicle, and then I have the other 3 seasons vehicle. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And I'm comfortable with that, especially with the way the fuck gas prices are going. I'm good with that. Um, but it's just like, oh, our winter sucks. You know what? I drive a Jeep.
Yep.
I'm waving at you now. Yeah, see that we waved at each other. We're both Jeep guys. But you know what? In the past fucking 2 months, we've had 6 feet of snow. Not all at once, but in 3 different times. Two and a half feet here, a couple feet there, a couple feet there. And dude, everybody was stuck on my fucking road, literally stuck in the middle of the road. Their cars were hung up on the snow, and I was just like, "Fuck, let's go out driving." And I had a fucking blast. And I mean, I'm
There's an
like,
ice
it
storm
was
going on
me,
outside right now.
me, and a guy that lives a half a block away from me drove fucking 17 miles to work, and we were the furthest people away, and we're the only 2 people there. And I was like, dude, shoot me a text next time. At least we can carpool, and either yours or mine. Like, the fuck. But it's just what's crazy is not that we live here, but it's the people that have lived here but not prepared for it. Am I prepared to shovel my driveway? Fuck no. Am I prepared to get the snowblower out? If I get the snowblower out, we don't get snow. If I leave it back there, we'll fucking get snow, obviously. So I'm flirting with it. We're supposed to get fucking 3 feet this day. Fuck them. We'll get a foot and a half, whatever. I'll shovel it. I don't do it. Yeah, we get fucking 2 to 3 feet.
Yep.
Still going to work. You know what I mean? My job's not changing, but it's the people that aren't prepared. They're like, I've been in Canada for fucking 80 years. This is fucking 2.5 feet of snow. And it's like, dude, when I was a kid, you would constantly have a foot and a half of snow on the ground. Right now, I can see my lawn. We've had 6 feet of snow, 6.5 feet of snow so far this winter. I can see my lawn right now, and it's March fucking 5th.
Yeah.
That was unheard of fucking 20 years ago. Unheard of.
Yeah, I remember talking to you like 2 years ago, and we were kind of comparing. And actually, I think that we're kind of on the same line, actually, whereabouts you live in Canada.
Lake effect. Fucking snow. We always blame it on the lake. You know what I mean? Fuck the lake effect, fucking snow.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and it's, I mean, you're, 33. You're about to be 33, right?
34. I'll be 34.
Sorry, 34. You remember snow when you were a kid? It was just always there. You remember white Christmases?
Yup. I remember white Halloweens, bro. Halloween was always.
It was we should, you got to dress warmer for Halloween because it's snowing. Now, fuck, you don't get snow on Halloween. It's raining or it's way too hot.
It's like I wanted the cool costume as a kid. I wanted the like really cool hip costume, but you had to wear like 8 layers underneath it, so they were always not cool. And then I got to be like a teenager, and I wanted like the sexy costume, but I couldn't wear the sexy costume. That's not true. I just said that. I didn't actually want a sexy costume, but you had to wear layers.
What was the sexy costume? What was the sexy costume? You got to at least say what it would have been if it wasn't it.
He-Man.
Who? He-Man?
Bro, I want to go as He-Man bad.
You did have the hair. You did have He-Man hair.
Yes, sir.
I'll give you that. If nobody, plug your Instagram right now, because I mean, I swear to God, one of the best pictures on your, not one of your best, but I mean, you and your wife were at a resort, and I was just like, this fucking picture is amazing.
So my Instagram handle is Sexy Monkey, but it's SXYMONKY, and then there's a bunch of numbers off it. If you look up the Sexy Monkey portion, you'll find it.
41320 something. But yeah, I mean, just dude, you know when you see the fucking Sexy Monkey, you don't even see the X in that where the E should be. It's just Sexy Monkey.
Yeah. You don't have to look me up though, but I'll post some stuff, a lot of cigar stuff, a lot of random crap like Jeep stuff, and
dude, you literally had the ultimate vacation, like you were on a resort outfit.
Ah, yeah, the pink shirt with flowers and stuff.
Dude, that's just like, I'm on vacation. What's up? You know what I mean? Like somebody could FaceTime you and they see you wearing that, like, oh, sorry, dude, you're on vacation. I'll let you go. You know what I mean, dude? That. And you're on vacation. You're on a resort. You're on a resort, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all inclusive. Yeah,
that's 2 buttons max. You do up.
Oh yeah, no, you
hitting up all 8 fucking buttons on that thing. Are you crazy? You see people on resort, like, what are you walking? Like, you're on vacation, dude. How do you got that many buttons done up?
And that's for dinner. If you're wearing that shirt during the day, it's no buttons. Period.
At best for dinner. I mean, dude, even dinner. Okay, 6. I'll give you a 6. Dinner time. 6. Boom, you got it.
You and I are 2 different guys. I'll do 3. I'll do a 3rd button for dinner.
Okay. I mean, yeah, but I get that. You know what I mean? You're like, all right. You don't mean you compromise button wise. You're like, well, how nice is the restaurant? 3 or 4, 3 or 4, 3 or 4, and they're just like, well, you can probably get away with this, but and you're just like, all right. You're like, fuck. You know what? You start eating. You're like, all right. Nobody said anything. I got away with 2. Dude, I mean, I don't think I've ever told you, man. Like, congrats on just probably one of the best photos of just fucking hanging loose and just fucking, dude, resort ready.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm a guy that respects fucking resorts. I respect the fuck out of resorts. I love going to resorts. I love not having to do anything other than wipe my ass. I love that.
The all-inclusive thing is the best. That's become like, each year we're setting that up, and we're talking about like being up north and being in the cold and everything like that. That's become the thing each year, is to at the end of January, beginning of February, go to an all-inclusive resort, go somewhere it's warm, take a break from the snow and the cold. I'm outside in the cold or whatever's happening all day, all year long, right? So to just take 1 week and go and just chill, bro. Just be catered to, be warm, be in the sun. I come back, at the end of January, beginning of February, whenever it all lines up, and that next few months of getting through winter are a breeze. Like it's
Yeah,
rejuvenating.
you unplugged. Where you're just like, now I'm doing this because I want to do this.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, dude, the vacation outfits, unfucking real. Great choice. Great fucking choice. I'm a big that, like, dude, yeah, just you got to rock that shit. I mean, too many people go on vacation and they're like, whoa, I'm worried about, like, don't fucking buttons. I don't even know why there's buttons on some of those shirts. Like,
You need to get a tracksuit.
so I have a couple good fucking vacation outfits that I wore when we were up in Collingwood, which is like a ski town, but in the summertime it converts just to like mountains and Lake Huron's there, like one of the 5 Great Lakes, Lake Huron's, and I'm just like looking at people walk around, and I'm like, I don't need buttons on this matching fucking button up short combo, and they were short shorts, so I fucking love the shit. You know what I mean, dude? There's nothing worse than you sit down and there's long shorts fucking cuffing your knee, and you gotta pick them up or set adjust. Like fuck that, dude. But why do you think God gave us thighs?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I don't got calves or nothing. I mean, end of golf season, I got a little bit of calf showing, but like, dude, let these fucking white beasts hang out. You know what I'm saying? You could judge a lot on a guy by the fucking color of his calves.
Absolutely. And the length of his shorts.
That's it. If his fucking
and
thighs, if his thighs are white, his cock is fucking long. You gotta tuck your cock in there because you know your cock's gonna get sunburnt. You know what I mean? Like, dude, if you got a huge cock, you're not gonna let it hang out. That's why you wear the short shorts so you can tuck it in there.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, dude, I'm like, fuck, give me a good 4 or 5 inch fucking inseam on these shorts. Where I'm like, dude, just sit there and I gotta be honest. So before we went on fucking our vacation to like semi resort, what was included, what wasn't. It was a timeshare that our parents had. It was great. I hit up Fashion Nova.
What's Fashion Nova?
Wiz Khalifa's ex's like gender, like she did something, and I was just like, I would have lost money if I didn't buy these 3 outfits I had. I would have lost money. These matching button ups, short combos, I would have lost money, and their swim trunks too.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Multi-purpose.
So I mean, I was, you know what I'm saying? I could save people. I could run from a fire. I could shelter people in a fucking hurricane. And if the weather got nice, I could just swim. I could just jump right in with these swim shorts on. I was crazy not to buy them. I would have lost money if I didn't buy them.
The nickname you the Hoff, man.
I felt like it out there. I fucking felt like it out there. And I didn't go in I don't like swimming in water I can't see the bottom of. I gotta be really drunk to go in water I can't see the floor of. And I mean, up there's some fish that are fucking huge. I'm not a fucking bug guy. I'm not a fish guy. I'm not a reptile guy. I'm not an amphibian guy. I like dogs. I like cats. If I can't keep it as a pet and it can take care of itself for a while, I don't want that shit. So to swim in some of that waters, and of course I watch all these, River Monsters with Jeremy Wade.
Oh yeah.
He's like, oh, we're up in Ontario here in one of the Great Lakes, and this fucking small fish swam up this guy's penis, and I'm like, fuck that, I'm not swimming in that water ever.
What the fuck?
They
got those there too?
Oh yeah. They started coming over on all these ships, right? And they fucking cling on, and then they survive because apparently global warming and the fucking climate shit, it doesn't freeze enough to fucking kill these guys off. So, all right, enough of this political talk. We gotta dive deep into something that before we were going to do the show, I checked my Google homepage on my phone, and I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Every year, these fucks catch us off guard. What we got to say? We're not talking about no QAnon shit. We're not talking about no fucking JFK Jr. still alive. What we're talking about is time change. The time change. The infamous fucking shift of seasons officially because time has changed.
The best and worst days of my year. My favorite holiday is coming up in like a week. My favorite holiday of the year is coming up in like a week.
My birthday?
Great guess. No.
My birthday actually starts then and then carries on to my birthday.
Perfect. And yes, that's it.
Rebar a week and a half.
It's the best day.
March 17th. St. Patty's Day.
St. Patty's Day.
It's March 17th. And for some reason, I always think it's March 14th. So
is it the same every year?
I think it is the same every year. Yeah. Honestly, I think it is. And it is the 17th, right? Is it the 14th or the 17th?
Do I need to Google this?
I got something up on my Google already, so you got to Google it. I think it's the 17th.
All right. Hey, 1 second. We have the technology. Thursday, March 17th. Yes, sir.
Fuck. So next year, St. Patty's Day is even better. Friday. A Friday St. Patty's Day episode. Fuck. Get here. Get yourself here. All right. So we got St. Patty's Day coming up, and then 7 days after that, Big Diesel's. I'm calling myself Diesel from now on. Big Diesel's fucking birthday. On a Wednesday? No, on a Thursday. On a Thursday. So see, I got a double header coming up now on Thursdays. Double fucking header.
There can be a lot of dairy.
No, none. The 17th, I will fuck with some Irish car bombs. The drink, not the actual thing. I will fuck with snake bites. That's an Irish thing too. But yeah, I'll fuck with some dairy then. March 17th, you know what? I've held off on my body up until fucking 3 weeks before Christmas. I'll fuck with that. All right, so this came up on my phone, and I'm gonna update people. This is gonna drop not this Friday, so this will drop. This will drop just before. No, it'll drop after. So I got to drop this Friday coming up, just so people know about daylight savings time. Daylight savings time actually happens Sunday, March 13th this year. So I'm gonna say all the other shit. Then we got this shit's so fucked. It ends at 2 a.m. on Sunday, November 6th. That's when it ends. So it's officially over November 6th. How do you know exactly? And I swear to fucking God, every fucking year it's different when it begins and it ends. How the fuck can you how the fuck do people, and then how do you know at 2 a.m. it's over? At 2 a.m. it's over. How the fuck is something like this so calculated? But then hear me out. According to Google, the only parts of the US that do not have daylight savings time are Hawaii, most of Arizona. What happens if you live on the border of one of these fucking places? You're fucked. You're fucked. Right? Nobody's thought of that. Puerto Rico, I have a lot of Puerto Rican friends. Now explains why they're always late to anything that's going on. By an hour, they're way early. They could be way early or they're way late. You know what I'm saying? The U.S. Virgin Islands, North Mariana Islands, I have no idea where that is. Guam, never been there. And American Samoa. Arizona experimented with the change beginning in 1918, but decided to permanently opt out of daylight savings time in 1968. But that's only part of Arizona.
Only part.
I'm going to take a piss. I can still hear you.
I'm going to go off.
What are your thoughts on this fucking Arizona business? So
well,
number one, Arizona's fucked this for all of us.
Well, look. I think that what they're doing is they're living it right. I want to give a shout out to all those areas of the country or what?
Part of Arizona.
Part of Arizona and all those other American-ish entities or whatever the fork. They're doing it right. It's the most useless thing that we do. And I was just telling JP before this all started, if there was one individual, I don't care how much I don't care about, I don't agree with their character and their stance on anything that it has to do with politics, anything. If they run on the platform that they're going to abolish daylight savings time, I'm voting for them. They got my vote. I will go out and I'll freaking hold up signs. I'll hand out buttons. I don't care. If you're going to get rid of daylight savings time for me, I will vote for you. You got my vote. An upcoming election. It really wrecks my world. I work outside. I deliver for a living. And when I lose an hour of daylight during the time of year where I'm already losing daylight, it fucks up my world, man. I have nothing good to say about it. I don't understand why we do it. It's useless. Shout out to that little portion of Arizona. Oh, you wanted me to talk about Arizona? Yeah.
I don't know
how
what
you do that.
it is though.
What is the school district situation? Like you go from one school district where like you're used to the one, and then you got to move, and you're like,
Not even that. So let's say you grew up in this town with the time change, but you went to a university or college in this town with time change.
what about your job?
Yeah, you could work from one state to the other state. You know what I mean? You're on that border shit. 20-minute drive, 30-minute drive, 40 minutes. You're just like, fuck, I'm late again. Fuck, why am I an hour early?
Yo, that'd be legit though for like
So
alcohol
that would
sales.
actually. Sorry, what's that?
You like alcohol sales. Like if the one place that you want to go buy at is closed
Fuck
because
you,
of
I'm
daylight
gonna
savings,
go beat it over there.
3 miles away, I can go over there, and they're earlier there right now.
Yeah. So that's too. I guess if you had time change here but worked over there, that would work for part of it. But then you got to wake up an hour earlier where you live. But then I guess you would just keep your clocks with the same as what they have,
That'd be
right?
smart.
Yeah. People, and we probably fucked a lot of people because they've never thought of that by now.
Yeah, you're welcome, world.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
shed some
The
light on
iPhone
some-
that knows where you work but knows where you live. When you're in this fucking fucked up time situation, I've never even thought about this shit until this part of my life, and I'm fucking 36. Ben's about to be fucking 34. I'm about to be 37, and then we're gonna be older after that. After we turn these ages, we're gonna then become older after that. And so my thing is how do we know there's not more months? Months. You know what I mean? Why do we stop at fucking December and then reset to January if there's time change, right? Could there be more months where we
I
just
think
keep
that has
going
to
where
do with
there's
like
months
world
names?
rotating around the sun or something. Like I think
What
that
if there's
might be a
March
little more.
December? What if there's March December or March A? March
I
May,
think I don't think that's a thing, but
December or January. But how do we know that though? They've been fucking us now for fucking before Jesus was dead.
well, you definitely can't trust anything that anyone in power says. That's for sure.
You know what I'm saying
Yes.
though? They're
Yes.
like, you
Think
didn't
about
show up
this.
to work for this whole month, and we were like, your calendar's fucked. You now got to pay me for all these months because I just worked this extra month, according to your fucking political biblical Bible calendar work
I mean,
schedule. Fuck you.
I don't know if it all works like that, but think about this with the daylight savings time thing. What if it does go away and you're trying to explain to some kid that like it used to be that twice a year they just like reset the clock, and you got to explain to them like why in the world we did that.
Here's the fucking crazy thing. You have kids. You do have kids.
I know.
You have to explain to all your kids the birds and the bees and the fucking time change thing.
Stressful,
What's,
man.
what's fucking harder? Obviously, the time change things. They're like, why was it this time last year? Why was it this time last? Like, you know what I mean?
I think I'm like most parents, and I go ahead and rely on the schools to teach them about all of those things, right?
9/11 wasn't an inside job.
Oh Jesus, here we go.
But you know what I'm saying? How are you trying to preach? Like, you ever seen the movie? It's that political one with Zach Galifianakis where he's running for the mayor in the small town, and it's like
Yeah.
it's in the south, and he's dude, and I swear to God, he said, "I'm gonna get rid of time change."
He's got my vote.
But that makes so much sense now after, and like that movie came out fucking 12 years ago, probably at least 10, at least 10. But
I
like,
got to think about what year it is.
so
2012.
it's 22 now. Yeah. I would say
The
at
world is
least.
ending.
You know what? What was the fuck? What the fuck? I gotta pull it up now.
Isn't that crazy? I can't believe that 10 years ago now was 2012.
100%, dude. It is wild. Not. I'm looking at all the campaign.
The campaign, yep.
I just saw it, so let me pull it up. Fuck, it was here. It was just here, then it disappeared. So now I gotta look like an idiot and then re-Google. 2012, dude. I swear to fucking God.
Wow. Look at you. You're like a walking Google.
I am like IMDb. Without knowing, I'm like IMDb. So that release then, it was probably made in 2011, though. So you figure
Yeah.
11 years ago, this guy tried to get rid of, comedically, tried to get rid of daylight savings time for votes.
It's a topic, dude. This is actually, I know that you're kind of becoming aware of it, but it's a thing that people have been talking about.
Google pushed it on me. I would have not brought this up had it not been up. So listen, watch this. I go like this. I got my little internet browser here. Picture of me and my wife.
Oh, you look great.
Yeah, thank you. Like, black and white does a lot for people, mostly me. So I hit that, and it literally came up down here, daylight savings time, right at the bottom. So I clicked on it like this, and that shit came up there, and then it goes, what states are getting rid of daylight savings time? And then it has it all here. Just to prove I'm not. My beard comb fell out of my beard, cartwheeled, knocked my cigar out of the ashtray down there.
Coming off the rails. We got to rein it in. We got to rein it in, man.
This is literally, it's all fucking the government right now. See what just happened with this Buffalo beard oils? That's daylight savings time. My beard's like, dude, you're gonna get an extra hour of sleep soon. Relax. That's what my body's saying because it's been so fucking governmentized. Like,
regulated. Government regulated.
I've been so conformed that another week, dude, you're gonna wake up with an hour extra of sleep, but you actually didn't get it.
Oh.
The crazy thing is, and you know what? We will get off the subject. You go into the office and people are like, "Oh, I'm just so tired because I lost an hour of sleep. Oh, I'm still trying to get over it. It's going to take me a week or so." You had to have heard it, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And it's just like, you fucking idiot. Nothing actually happened. It's just you woke up with the same amount of sleep and it was still dark.
Mm-hmm.
Or still light. Like, that extra hour of sleep. I'm fucking good to go now. Oh, fuck. I'm going to be running around like crazy now.
I mean, I guess that's if you adjust accordingly and you go to bed that hour earlier, or like you pay attention to the time. A lot of people would sit and claim that, like, oh, my body's so used to staying up till 10, so now it says it's, later.
My old man, big Trump guy. Big Trump guy. We live in Canada. Mm-hmm. Everything we own in this entire house is smart. Essentially, our stove, everything, our fridge, everything in the house is smart. It's all new. We update our appliances. He'll still text me. He'll still text me the night before. Hey, don't forget to set your clocks back. Dad, everything I own is like, I haven't told him yet. Everything we own is smart, but
you didn't say, Dad, the FBI does that for me.
He was a big police guy out here, so I can't tell that. I mean, he's yeah. I don't want to be the one conspiring. I do not want to be the one conspiring. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah. You know what? The older I get now, and the more dairy affects me, fuck time change. Fuck time. Maybe that's why my stomach's fucked. Is because the time changed, man. You know what? You don't drink any of these dairy drinks till after November 7th. Maybe my body needs an hour less of dairy.
An hour less? Maybe a whole month.
Or an hour more. Who's to know what we know now? We have time changed so many fucking times since 1918. that our bodies don't even know now. We could literally be in the fact that it's not the same time everywhere in the world. But part of these places change, part of these places don't. Are they a day ahead of us? Are they not a day ahead of us? Are they a week? You know what I'm saying?
What about leap year, Justin? What about leap year? Talk about leap year.
I've never supported it. That's a February thing, right?
Yeah.
Where they were like, "Oh, how many days in February this year?" And I was like, "Dude, I'm pretty sure there's always 28." Was this a leap year? Was it not a leap year? How many people know it could be a leap year, but you don't know it's a leap year? So is it actually a leap year?
Bunch of nerds. That's who knows about it. Dude, all of the answers to all these questions, there's someone out there that could actually give you like the straight up answer as like why don't we have an extra month? They probably have like all the legitimate answers that
Dude,
I
they
don't actually
probably
know.
have literally every day they were alive was probably a month. And they're like, "Oh, they passed away at 79, so there's only 79 months, but because he was fucking his favorite number was 12, there's only 12 months now." And now because there was only 12 months, well, we got to have a leap year. Well, his favorite number was actually 2, so we got to have time changes twice in that year.
All for one guy.
I have a buddy that literally lives maybe 10 blocks from here, way up there, the other side of the highway. This guy, I guarantee you, would have an answer for him, and I do want to have him on the show now.
That's what I'm
But
saying, dude.
Dude, he's such a, I don't want to say he's a wacko, but I'm like, he's such a conspiracy guy. If this is a conspiracy thing, he will know something about it and be like, dude, let me put you onto this guy. And he talks about why there's only 12 months in a year and why we have daylight savings time.
Well, I'm pretty sure the 12 months in a year has to do with the planet rotating around the sun or something like that. Like I think
But now we control the planet rotating around the sun. So let's talk about now who controls that. Well, it's going to be the fucking liberals that control that now. Then I swear to fucking God, I got to have this. And we're going to set up a fucking 3-way thing now. I'm going to have this guy on the show. Ben fucking Monk, if that is your real name. Or maybe it is Sexy Monkey. That's your real name with an X instead of the E.
You know.
We're gonna do this now. We're gonna make it happen. I gotta have a fucking episode with this guy. He's gonna blow our mind. Or maybe he's not.
So the freaking the daylight savings time thing though, I don't know the logistics of it, but I've always been told it had to do with like planting crops.
Well, apparently, it only exists in part of Arizona.
Maybe they don't. I imagine they don't have a lot of crops. I don't fucking know, man.
What's the other half of Arizona grow? Fucking aloe.
Like it had to do with them.
Oh, it's better for our aloe plants.
They wake up and like tend the farms, and they need the daylight, or they need it like something.
But they could just get up an hour early on their own, and go to bed an hour early, though.
I'm just telling you what I was told. I got
fucking farmers. Farmers feed cities. No, the people that want to buy all your shit is what makes you come there. They're not like Walmart takes care of nobody. Walmart's never bragging that they take care of people. You know what I'm saying? Walmart's like, we take care of all you. No, there's enough fucking people in the city that want a Walmart there, so you can make money, and they buy it off you, and they think they save a couple bucks, and then you do a stupid upside down smiley face.
Do you want a question that I've been pondering recently?
I'm blaming the Clintons for all of this.
Holy balls.
Or George W.
Do you want my question? My thing I've been thinking about, wondering about for a while now?
100% I do.
Okay,
You're so you think I don't. Sorry, time change, gotta go.
Blue raspberries.
Oh,
you ever seen a blue raspberry? Have you ever seen a blue raspberry?
No, I haven't, but I love fucking blue. That's my favorite kind of raspberry is a blue raspberry. I love blue raspberry. I love the fucking jelly bellies. I love everything blue raspberry. But you are right.
Then it's a very specific flavor. Blue raspberry flavor is a very specific thing. It doesn't taste anything like a fucking raspberry at all. No. Like I asked a bunch of people this, they're like, well, maybe it's like a cross between a blueberry and a raspberry. I'm like, no, it doesn't taste like either of those things. It doesn't make any sense.
A hybrid?
I'm asking, man.
All this time, I've been having this fucking government-produced, chemically produced thing. Blue raspberry. I almost want to cut it out of my life but literally, I love blue raspberry anything. I'm almost willing to cut this out of my. You know what? If it was keep daylight savings time to keep blue raspberry, I would keep daylight savings time. But if it was lose daylight savings time, but you gotta lose blue raspberry, nope. Daylight savings time staying. That's so my fuck Mary kill. Yeah.
Oh
Fuck
boy.
daylight savings times. Marry blue raspberry. Kill gas prices. With your fuck Mary kill, and you gotta use two of those things and you gotta create one of your own.
All right.
That's
Well,
a pretty
I'll
good one though,
guarantee
no?
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm gonna fuck. I'm also gonna fuck daylight savings time. Fuck that. I hate it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump ahead to kill real quick, and I'm gonna say kill blue raspberry because that seems really conspiracy to me. I like it, but I don't love it. I like it, but I don't love it.
Dude, your boy loves it too. I love it too.
Boy, but yeah, okay, right. But
fuck. Now I feel betrayed.
Let me start over. I'll fuck the blue raspberries. I'm gonna kill daylight savings time because I want that dead.
Okay, yeah. I vibe that now. That's good.
Yes, I'll fuck some blue raspberries. What's up?
How about some? Who are we marrying now?
Now I'm gonna marry. I'm gonna marry some mango habanero vodka because it's fucking tasty.
So I've been off cigarettes now. I've been doing these vape pens. I've explored every route of vape pens. I've been getting these exposable, not deplorable either, but disposable vape pens. They have a mango iced one, a mango iced vape pen. Dude, for 3 days you haul off this pen, and it's literally just like this: cigarette on one side of your mouth, mango on the other, and you're like, I shit you not. Dude, and I get them for a couple guys at work, and they're like, I really don't like mango. And I'm like, oh, trust me, it's my favorite. And they're like, it makes me want to like mango.
It's not bad.
It's, and I mean, I do like mango regularly. You give me a good ripe mango, I'll bite into that motherfucker like an apple. But then this mango vape pen where it's like, I'm like this. Oh, it's like I'm smoking, but I'm eating a fucking mango. That's actually an orange one, which is like I just bit an orange. Now this bad boy, it's like I'm eating a mango and drinking a fucking beer.
That's all government fake fucking flavors.
Yeah, but so is fucking daylight savings time though. So what do I know?
I guess you just conform, right?
I've done it for 36 years of my life.
Yeah, no choice.
If it means giving up fake vape mangoes, I'll conform. I'm already paying more for gas than California is, and cigar prices and liquor prices. I mean, I'm just lucky I live this close to the border where I can get it for cheaper.
What are the gas prices there now?
Oh, so we were so you know what? To actually be correct, I don't think we're actually as high as California right now. So we are 1.82 a liter times 3.3. So we're $6 a liter right now. I don't want to brag. But my spring, summer, fall whip officially just got signed over to me the other day. A 2007 3.6 liter Kia Magentis LX. It fills up for $20 less than the Jeep, and it lasts an extra week.
Yeah.
I mean,
things a moped.
Dude, Kim Jong-un is killing it when it comes to those vehicles. And it's actually got less mileage than my Jeep does, which is 6 years newer.
Oh, hey, for all your America viewers, America, U.S. For all your U.S.
For all your America.
What a
God! I just want to fire a fucking rocket launcher.
What's a liter? What the hell is a liter?
In a gallon, there's 3.3 liters in a gallon.
Okay, so you're at six something.
Dude, that's
a
like
liter.
our cent. That's like our $6. Like it's basically $6.01, 1 cent a liter.
And there's over 3 of those in a gallon.
3.3.
So you're at like $2 no, fuck.
No, it's $6 a gallon. If we were to be buying gallons here, so it's cheaper for me to buy gas in the United States. We come ahead, but because I can't cross the border right now, I could be at a gas station in the United States in fucking 15 minutes, but I can't cross the border without coming back with the fucking a fucking thing up. I've never done a COVID test. Never done a COVID test. I'm not about to do one now to grab some cigars or fucking gas. I got reserves.
To get across the border?
What's that?
You need that to get across the border, huh?
To get back into my country. We got a fucking liberal country here. So they opened it up in December for a bit, where I was on a 72-hour pass like a fucking prisoner. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm just out there fucking up a bunch of fucking not your father's root beer, teas, beer, wings, whiskey, coquito, anything I get my fucking lips on. Dude, did that shit for like fucking 30 hours, boom, pieced out back home. That's it. Brought a bunch of cigars back. I'm telling you, when I'm legally able to drive back across the border, you don't want to look at me or you don't want to smell me.
I'm losing my mind right now. It's $6 a liter, and there's 3 liters in a gallon. So it's like $18.
Oh, no, it's $6 a gallon right now. That's what it works out to here.
Okay, all right. I was so hung up for a man. My head was spinning.
We pay by the liter, but if that was in the United States, like, so let's say we had a gallon here. Our gallon costs $6, $6.01 a gallon.
Okay, gotcha. We're at $3.89 a gallon.
I just play it up? Listen, I do very well for myself, and
I'd say so. I was thinking you were getting $18 a gallon.
A liter. I just pissed out over there, and I have a fully Pistronic vehicle where I piss and it actually runs off of it. So I just always have to stay drunk. No, so $6 a gallon. That's what I'm paying here.
We're at $3.89. I watched it go from Thursday. It was $3.69. I woke up in the morning, drove by on my way to the gym, and it was $3.79. By the time I got done with work yesterday, it was $3.89. It went up like 20 cents in less than 24 hours, dude. 20 cents went up.
Oh, we've been 20 cents in a week and a bit. Which, I mean, I bought my Jeep. Gas was $1.84 a liter. So it would be well over $7 a liter. When I bought it, I was stupid. I was young. You know what I mean? Whatever. And then it went down dirt cheap. We've seen some of its lowest prices.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just like, people are stupid now for not driving a Jeep or a truck, right? Like, why would you not own it now? You know what I'm saying? Where I was like, I could just fucking, let me just go off. Let me just drive in sand and just spin my tires so I could waste this gas. It's so cheap. And then it started going back up, and we were $2.50 a gallon. And I was just like, whatever, no big deal. And then now it's going up now, and I'm like, looking at my clock, I'm looking at the weather, and I'm like, in another week, I should be able to take my car out. And I'll be $80 to fill it, and I'll get 2 weeks out of it, and I'm cool as fuck with that. But in another 2 weeks after that, I'll be at a golf course twice a week. So then, I mean, I still come out way ahead with the car. Yeah. But my Jeep rolling down the road with those tires on it, no back seat in there. I got a 2-door Jeep. I don't plan on having kids, nor should I. Me and my wife. And I got an exhaust leak right up underneath right by the motor, so it just sounds sick as fuck. Sounds sick as fuck. The motherfucker's got 165,000 miles on it.
Killing it.
Dude, bought and beat up. That's it. I can't hand it over to anybody unless you beat it up a little bit, right?
That's fair.
All right.
Number 2.
Sorry, go. Oh, you're on.
Mine number 2.
Jesus Christ.
Little Tat LLE. I smoke fast, dude.
Oh shit, dude! That's where I think the vape pen fucks me. It's because I end up just getting that and then I start smoking that. All right. Next question.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't have it or I had it and then I forgot about it. Um, if you're not drinking PBR,
Yeah.
what's the runner up beer wise? You know what I mean? What's the second beer? Because you live in one of the most beautiful estates there is in the entire fucking North America for beer.
We think so. We think so. The next up as a go-to, well, okay, I actually think that we've discussed this. Like, I'm out at the bar, right? And I'm just with the boys and I'm drinking some beers.
Girls are buying you drinks like crazy. You're standing on the bar rail. You're fucking 6 foot.
I'm going with High Life. My actual runner-up go-to is High Life. And that's not
Whoop
like a
that.
thing. It's not
Whoop.
for you. That's the truth. I go with High Life.
That's your local shit though,
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
right? And that's so fucking dope. I used to get chirped at the border, bring it. So Canada used to always have it, and like the fucking I think all the way up until late '90s. Then they got rid of it because there was some shit. So when I was able to cross the border and buy beer, they would be like, "Oh, we got to sell it to you. You're legal to drink where you're bringing it to." I'm like, "Yeah." So
Oh,
I bring it
really?
back, and the people at the border. So in Canada, you got to be 19 to drink, where you guys
Mm-hmm.
got to be 21. So I buy it, and they're like, "Well, you're actually legal to drink where you're bringing it back to." And I'm like, "Well, I'm bringing it back there," which I always was. Never had anybody's in the U.S. up until I started smoking cigars. So I bring it back, and the people at the border are like, "What are you bringing back?" And you tell them, they're like, "Why the fuck High Life?" And I'm like, and I just look at them like it's a champagne of beers. And then I still lived at home at 19 till I think I was like 22. They got away from it, but up until my parents just always thought I loved High Life. They're big antique people and like shit like that, flea market shit like so anything High Life they always give me. My
Nice.
logo, my logo right here based off High, and it's everything. The coaster's based off High Life, and everything just became High Life. And I got my bar downstairs where I keep all my humidors behind it. There's a bunch of Miller High Life shit from like old ass bars. I got something from fucking something up in Wisconsin. I got a Miller light up light that still works that plugs into the wall from Wisconsin. I got
Nice.
a big ass gold ass thing from fucking Texas. And I was just like, I'll never not appreciate a Miller beer. Even if it's a Miller Light, it's a fucking MGD, any of it. And I just it's something that's always from, it's been 19 to fucking 37 now. So that's a lot of years.
That's a lot of people around here. Like, if you're going out to the bar or whatever just for beers, they all drink light beer, and I can't do light beer. Mind you, High Life is a little lighter than some of the stuff I drink,
It's the
but
champagne of beers.
this is champagne of beers. I can't do light, but the best light beer is Miller Light, hands down. Coors Light's trash, Bud Light's trash. Like, but Miller Light, I can drink that.
Yeah, and I don't know what it is. A guy at work won a Miller Lite full beer fridge. He won it. Like, it's like fucking 4 feet tall. And he's in my office talking to me. He's like, "Fuck." The owner of the bar just called me and fucking said I won this. He goes, "I always win. If he needs a TV, he wins. If the guy's always winning. He's fucking Irish. He's a pretty lucky guy, and he's got some connections." He
Shit's
tells me he won
rainbows.
that fridge. Dude, he told me he won that fridge, and I go, "What do you want for it?" And he goes, "Fuck, you could just have it."
Nice.
And I was like, "Seriously?" And then I'm talking about cigars with and he's a very well off guy. A cigar to him is just, yeah, I'm well off. But he does appreciate it. So I was just like, "Dude, you know what? I'm gonna give you 10 cigars. They're gonna be worth the price of that fridge that I think
Nice.
you bought into." And he's like, "Really?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude. Just to be honest, right?" He's like, "All right, man, cool." And I was like, "Oh, here's a cigar cutter too." And I gave him like one of the plastic cutters. He's like, "Dude, thank you." I was like, "No problem." He's like, "What'd you do with it?" I'm like, "I cut the fucking cord off of it and I store cigars in there now with a couple of Humasmart packs." He's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude." He's like, "How many cigars are in there?" And I was like, enough, dude, enough to cut the cord off the motherfucking thing." He's like, "How does
That's
that work?"
amazing.
And I go, "Well, it's sealed." I'm like, it's sealed, so nothing gets in, nothing gets out unless you open it. But they got these in there. He's like, really? So he's looking at it and he's like, can I get some more cigars off you? And I'm like, what do you need? I'm like, tell me what you need, right? Well, like this black band one. I was like, but you don't know what it is. So I was like, you don't know if you like it or not. You might like the way it, right? And I quiz him. I was like, tell me what you like about that, and I'll tell you a bit about it, and then you let me know about that. And he's like, oh no, 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 no. And I'm like, all right, well, try this. And just surprise him with shit. And he's like, dude, he's like, I didn't think anything of that, but he's like, it was amazing. I was like, okay, well, you like that, well, you're gonna like this. But he's like, no, I don't like the band on it. And I was like, you're 2 years older than me. You're just getting into it. I go, so his buddy that came over here today, ever since I started, somebody had said something about me smoking cigars because I'd smoke them on break. I go for a long drive down by Niagara Falls and just burn a cigar, right? And they're like, you smell like cigars. And I was like, well, I just smoked one. And the one guy came marching in, Eli, who was just here. And he's like, so you smoke cigars, yeah? And I was like, yeah, dude. This is like 3 years ago. And I was like, yeah, man, what's up? He goes, I smoke cigars too. And I go, okay, yeah. What do you smoke? And he started naming me cigars. And I was like, oh, so you only smoke cigars from convenience stores out here? He's like, well, yeah, where do you get them from? And I was like, I'll take care of you, man. I'll hit you with a 5-pack of cigars. I hit him with these cigars, dude. On the ride home, he's calling me. He's like, what the fuck is this thing? Dude, losing his shit. And I was like, oh, they're fucking cigars, dude. And I'm giving him shit that I'm like, whatever. I got a box of. I'll give him one. You know what I mean? I'll give him one. These are just kicking around. I'll give him one.
Mm-hmm.
So he came today. He hit me up, right? And his mom's not doing so good. So you know what I mean? This is for his mom. Right now. Cheers.
Cheers.
And he's like, dude, I fucking hate to do this to you, but I'm in your fucking neighborhood. You know what I mean? This is what happened here. And I was like, yeah, dude, it's all good, man. I'll drive over to you. You follow me back to my house. We'll hang out. And he's going through some shit. So, I feel for him. You know what I mean? I don't want to see that shit to my parent. You know what I mean? Not even see this shit, but just go through it, right? I got compassion. I'm a decent guy when it comes down to it. And I was just like, oh, dude, I literally handed him a fistful of cigars. Hey, here's a lighter, here's a cutter. Dude, take it with you. You know what I mean? Don't worry about it. He's like, oh, well, I gotta pay you. What do you want for this? And I'm like, nothing. Like, when you're in the neighborhood, let me know you're in town. Slide by. I'll turn the heaters on for you. No. I was like, yeah, dude. I go, your company's worth more to me than fucking any amount you can give me for what I give you.
Right.
That's it. And I go, you talk to the guys at work that fucking are tight with me. And I go, I'll tell them the same fucking thing. I tell these guys, dude, slide by my place. They're trying to like, look at this bottle I got right now of scotch. And I was like, dude, I own 4 of them. You know what I mean? I'm like, you want to drink, dude? Don't drink yours, dude. I go, you want to come here? I go, drink fucking mine. I go, dude, have at it. And he's looking at me today. He's like, you're just drinking fucking twisted tea. And I go, yeah, I know. I go, I'm just getting the engine started. Well, that's all it is, man. I go, I drink it because I like it. I go, I'll drink it. I go, you might think it's a bitch drink, but I go, here's my beers I'm going to drink today. And he looks at the first one. He's like, 8.5%. And I go, yeah, I'm going to drink that. And I'm going to follow it up with this. That's 8.5%. And then I'm going to get into whiskey later. Dude, he pulled the cellophane off one cigar. He's like, it's fucking yellow, man. He goes, how old is that? Probably 4 or 5 years old. He's like, you're fucking kidding me. It's yours, man. You already get your hands on it and the cellophane's off. I ain't taking it. And he's just, dude, very appreciative. You know what I mean? I go, dude. I told you to come by here fucking 2 years ago. And you don't want to come by here.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'll still be here, man, regardless, right? And
I've had like
he's telling me. This guy's telling me. Sorry, what's that?
I was gonna say I've had like 4 buddies at work that have come up to me and talked about cigars, and I'm like, the same thing. I'm like, don't worry, tomorrow I got you. I'll show you something, because they're in the same boat. They're like, I can get I'm not gonna say the brand.
They
but I
smoke cigars, but they don't smoke cigars.
Right.
Yep. And that's what it is. And I was like, just dude, I told him, I was like, dude, here, I'm giving a fucking He Was Smart shit, and I was like, dude, you got a cool. He's telling me, he's like, dude, right now I got like 30 cigars, and I was like, you got a fucking Coleman cooler? He's like, yeah, and I was like, here, throw this pack in there with those cigars, and I was like, don't worry about it. He's like, really? And I came out and I had a fucking Coleman cooler, just random. I was like, dude, look. And I was like, this has been sitting here for 4 years. I was like, it's fine here. And he's like, holy fuck. I was like, dude, I ain't gonna fucking bullshit, man. I ain't gonna lie. But he's telling me, he goes, I got buddies that they'll smoke a cigar with me, but he's looking at me with his buddies. He's me, right?
Right.
And I was just like, dude, like, dude, I'll take care of you. You know what I mean? I was like, stop trying to
That's kind
fucking.
of
Yeah, I was
that's how
like,
the
dude,
system goes.
dude,
I was with Chase, and I was one of Chase's buddies. Who he just Uncle Cheese, like the dude met me, and he hooked me up with
you're
all
the
this
cheese
stuff.
man.
He's like, yeah,
And that dude, that's literally, dude, he left today with Zycar cutter, Zycar letter, and I was just like, dude, just use it, put it to good use. You know what I mean? Do your shit. And he's like, whoa, and I was like, dude, and I go, next time you're in the area, man, you see the vehicle's home, shoot me a message or ring the doorbell on the gate, and I'm like, I'll gladly come out here with you and smoke. I go, it's the company of it. I
right.
can sit out here by myself. But you're like, dude, can I pop by? We'll have a cigar. And I was like, yeah, he smoked a cigar. I didn't even smoke a cigar. I just had a couple. He's not drinking this month. He's drinking his
Mhm.
non-alcoholic beers. I'm having a fucking twisted tea and smoking my vape pen. And we're
Yeah.
just shooting the shit. And there's no difference. And
Mm-hmm.
he came out here and he looked at this big ass banner and big banner over there. And he's just like, what the fuck, dude? And I was like, yeah, I fucking branded myself, man. So that's it. I don't tell him I got a show. I was like, I've been in contact with a lot of people. I mean, just that, yeah, here. He's like, are you serious? Dude, he's like, oh, let me get you a bottle of bourbon. Yeah, bro. Dude, I'm not going to tell you no, but I don't need it. And I go, you're not going to get me anything I don't already have. But I was like, dude, I go, here, just here. He wears a hat I gave him fucking 2 years ago, a Cigars and Guns hat.
Oh, sick.
He's a big hunter, big cigar guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here, dude, he rolls up. My wife's like, how'd he get that hat? And I'm like, I gave it to him a couple years ago. I had, a bunch of them. I didn't put them to good use, but I knew, if this guy goes hunting, and I go, yo, I want the liver out of this. Yeah, no problem, bro. You got it. I'm a big liver guy. So, you know what I mean? If
Yep.
I ask for, hey, give me some fucking deer steaks. Yep, no problem. Boom.
Yeah, I got
So,
this one coworker that's what I do. I trade him a pack of cigars, and he brings a load of wood by for the wood stove. And it's always the same. He's like, dude, I've got so much wood, like we're never gonna burn through. It's gonna rot. He's
yeah.
like, don't worry about it. I'm like, no, like I know you dig cigars. Like, let me show you. Let me teach you. Like,
Yeah, let me
some
put
things
you on
about it.
this. And it's
Yep.
the experience, dude. I've told, yeah. And same shit with this guy. I was like, you let me know when you want to slide through here. And I go, I'll teach you about whiskey. I'll teach you about cigars. It's not going to be like a fucking crazy, I'm not going to overwhelm you, but I'm going to teach you. I go, this is the difference with this. This is the difference. And it's just small shit. And I go, as you grow, I go, we'll grow. I
Right.
go, that's it. I got to take another piss because I broke the seal and I got a bladder like a fucking emu. I'm assuming they have small bladders. Um, you got to give me your top 3 smoke destinations in the world and 3 people you're bringing with you.
All right.
3 places
Smoke
where you're
test.
smoking, who you're bringing with them. All 3 can be different.
Okay. All right. So I'm not a big traveler, and most places honestly don't like. I'm not like a god. I want to go to Egypt. Like, I'm not that kind of a guy. But I love going to smoke lounges. I love smoking with people, and there are definitely a few places that I would love to go to. Um, I'd love to go back to Chicago. I can't really narrow it down to a single lounge, but there's a bunch of great lounges there. So I would not only do I want to, but I am going to go back to Chicago, and I would go with my 3 friends that I smoke with. I'm going to go with my buddy Matt, who lives in Chicago. Hook up with him every time I go down there. I'm going to bring my buddy Uncle Cheese, and I'm going to bring my buddy Dustin, and we're going to have a hoot of a time. The second place, another shout out to Nickel City. I want to go check out Nickel City, and if I could bring the same 3 guys, that'd be crazy dope. Like, I'd love for us all to be able to hook that up, but if not, then say 1 or 2 of them could come. We'll meet up with Tommy there, and we'll have a great time. And number 3, I want to visit the Rebar. Obviously, what do you got going on there, bud?
So, sorry, you go and then I'll tell you.
All right, I want to go to the Rebar. I want to smoke with my buddy JP, and I'd love to have Ali and Mo there. Some dudes that I've been
achievable.
following for years. Great dudes. I want to meet them in person. We've talked a lot, corresponded a lot, but I'd love to meet up with all you guys and smoke at the rebar.
Did I come anywhere with you?
Come anywhere? No. You might be at Nickel City.
100% I will be, dude. Don't worry about that. I'll be there. Um, so what I showed you was just a random fucking thing, was probably covered in 2 feet of snow, however long ago. It melted out now. So I mean, that could be mine, it could be another dude's, but yeah, it was just a random. I was sitting there taking a piss, and it was right beside the garden in the back, and I was just like, "What the fuck?" I picked it up, and I was the fuck drier than a motherfucker. Yeah, some cigar just, you know, it happens. We got narrow but long backyards. Not mine. Mine's all garage. But you know, you'd be back here with buddies, and they're like, "Watch this," and they try to bite it like you're grenade. I was like, "Don't fucking." So there's only fucking one person in this entire fucking couple blocks that's smoking cigars. So don't fucking throw. I go, they're gonna know, dude. My place probably fucking permeates the cigar smell. Like, yeah, they throw it, they don't throw it, and you know, whatever. But I was just like, God damn. And it's right beside the pissing spot back there. So I was like, oh, fucking thing probably fell out of your mouth when you're pissing because you're drunk. But whatever. My top three, definitely me, Cheese, and Ben. I want to say Wisconsin, just, you know, doing some Wisconsin shit on the lake. Definitely, that's what we're doing. That's who I'm doing it with. Next one. Next one. Whew. Next one, I want to say I got to do something in Ohio with Bellotto and my boy Big Mooch. I want to do something out there with them. The other one that is I want to do something in Vegas with my boy Ronnie and I don't know a rep out there. Who's the rep out there? You know what? You know, Ronnie and Oliver. Because I
Nice.
know Ollie, you know, Ollie came from there, right? So I know he's got some connects there. You know, let's just do. Just I'm an older dude now. I don't go out and do. Yeah, you know what? Let me see some Vegas life
Absolutely.
and just you know, hang it out, fucking carry on. All right. How was the first cigar you smoked? Your thoughts on it? It was the Atabey.
It was the Atabey. Always amazing. Look, I'm not going to say I'm cheap because I mean, realistically, I'm not, and you can't have this this be a thing that you do and be cheap. I don't think. But Atabey is the higher end, you know. But it is the one cigar on that high end that I will always go back to. It is whatever they do with making that cigar, it burns perfectly every single time. I never relight an Atabey. I never have issues
Yeah.
with the burn. The flavor's always the same and consistent. It pairs great with coffee, whether you have Irish cream in it or not. A fucking dope coffee cigar. I love it.
No,
They're
dude,
doing it.
you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. It is a fucking classic cigar. It is a good cigar. It's a timeless cigar. And
Absolutely.
I feel, yeah, there was, you know, when they created that, it is a timeless cigar, regardless of the size. It could be the biggest, could be the smallest, could be the thin. It is a timeless cigar. Um, I love that cigar as well. One thing we got to touch on is Emery.
Emery.
So,
Bro, yeah.
my social media began basically when I was a cigar smoker. Later half of the BMX, but I was still a cigar smoker. I don't want to call him emo. What would you classify the genre as? Just to do it properly. I mean, now I would call it emo, but I have, you know, love them.
Emo is fair. Like I think they would classify themselves as kind of an emo band. I mean, they're alternative indie. They're indie music, really.
Okay,
Like
yeah, I guess
indie.
indie emo.
Yeah.
Okay, Hawthorne Heights,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Bayside,
Yup.
The Used.
Yeah, some of the used, yeah.
Some of the Used. Yeah, earlier Used, I would say.
Mhm.
It's better than yours. All right. Fuck, let me think. Day and a Death Wish? No.
Never heard of it.
Old Alexis on Fire.
Yeah. What about Amberlynn? Did you ever listen to Amberlynn?
Yep. Yep. Oh yeah. That's I remember that post and fuck it had to be over 2 years ago.
Yeah, probably like
And I was like,
almost
no
3.
fucking shit, dude. My buddy from where Wiseman lives by put me onto them fucking years ago, and I was just like, damn. Then I'm talking to a couple of my New York buddies, and they're like, "Oh, he's up in Hawthorne," and I was like, "Hawthorne Heights," and they're like, "Yeah, close to that area," and I was like, "Oh, the band," and they're like, "Oh, yeah, you've heard of them," and I'm like, "Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah." And then you got me thinking, right? And I'm just like, "Fuck, damn, man! Like that's crazy. That brings me back in the day." And that was like from when you were younger, you liked them, and then it
Oh yeah.
just carried on.
Oh yeah. We're talking like back in high school, like 04, 05, we'd go to concerts like anytime it'd have to be down south, like Milwaukee area or like the Twin
Yeah.
Cities over in Minneapolis. We'd follow those bands and we would go to any shows we could. Huge fans of that band. And then
Warp Tour guy.
no, that was too rich for my blood, man. Them tickets are crazy expensive. Like
Okay.
we're talking like single show on a night, run down, run back type thing.
I rode in the Warp Tour 1 year just as like a fucking strag along.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's my claim to fame. That's my claim to fame.
Yeah, but that show you're talking about, that post that I made a few years back.
Yeah.
So that was an Emery show at a coffee shop. They did an acoustic set, all acoustic. Dude, it was like open door, but like you did have to have the tickets, but you could have just gone right in that place and like whatever. I got there early. We're standing there like with the singers, drinking PBRs with the singers, just chatting like what
And
brings
they
you
had
here?
a couple acoustic fucking bangers, like off air, just acoustic fucking like live recorded, and just dude, a Christian buddy put me onto them.
And that's the other, yeah, they would be like a Christian indie band is.
But they're I don't even want to put them as that. They're just, I would say, just indie band. You know what I mean? Religion aside or whatever, I would just it's just an indie band, and I mean I think maybe that may have kept them back as long. It's just that Christian, it's you got POD, right?
Yeah.
Which were and there's a bunch of them that just super fucking amazing.
Chevelle, yeah.
Chevelle.
Outstanding.
I don't know what I saw, but it was a Chevelle song. It was one of their newest songs on the radio, and I was like, that's got to be Chevelle. And then I hit up Spotify, and I was just like, damn, See You Red and all that, and you're just like, damn, dude, brings you back in the day. Not to get too personal. How long have you been with your wife?
Oh, 15 years this August.
You met when you guys were 18. You were almost 19.
Yeah, I just turned 18 like a month before.
Damn, that's wild, right? And like that, yeah, all that shit was the prime then.
Yeah.
Was she into the same sort of like flow as you, the same sort of music as you in the scene?
Kind of the whole because it was Christian bands, it was church stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So we would go to a lot of the same concerts. I wouldn't say she was into the same type of music, but she quickly got into it.
Yeah. Oh, man, dude, it's just such a fucking insane era of music. Like, damn. Just wild. I mean, this goes back to the fucking, Ernesto show that I just did where we talked about like that era television.
Yeah.
Like so much insane television on like, damn, man, what a fucking time to be fucking alive. And
You were
dude,
talking
honestly, man,
about WWF?
dude, WWF was fucking on. And I mean, dude, you go back to you. I mean, even I don't want to say I'm a hardcore UFC guy, but I mean, like, I like the people I like to watch, and you know what I mean. You obviously want to see them win, so I'll watch it. But dude, even then they didn't have no fucking weight class. It's like, are you cool with getting in a guy that's 10 feet taller than you and 500 more pounds than you? Yep, let me have. You know what I mean? So that was the
Mhm.
craziest thing. It was just like, yeah, it was all pushing the limits back then, which was crazy. Like, they were like, dude, DX just telling everybody to suck it. Where it
Could you
was
imagine it today? Could you imagine it today? That couldn't. That's like PC, like the change in
that's
culture
the
in the last
exact
20
reason
years.
why you cannot have a protest nowadays is because of how
Yeah.
it's perceived. A
Yep.
protest nowadays is just everybody out there going like this, telling everybody to suck it. That's how the anti perceive that is just. Well, we got all these guys out there telling people to suck it and just hitting everybody in the face, and they just want to fight, and they're pro gun, and you know what I mean. And I mean, honestly, at the same time, shame on both. I think both sides have over glorified it as to what it actually is, and yeah, it all comes down to media. I guess. I mean, in
Yeah.
the end of it, and I mean, it's the media has fucked a lot of things. The media's fucked cigars. I mean, everybody made Rocky Patello to be a fucking man whore and just fucking be money hungry. No, never mind. That was right. I mean, Skip Martin too. Fuck, I got to get my digs in when I can get them in. I do love Mike Rosales though. And Danny Vasquez looks like a fucking Paul Verzi before steroids. Not in a good way. But yeah, anybody you want? Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, speaking of like that, like kind of the culture change and like shows and stuff like that. Have you ever seen the interview with Steve Carell from The Office, where he was like, they were like, "Do you think The Office could exist now?" And he's like, "Absolutely no, like absolutely no way. Like I couldn't make those jokes in today's culture. All the like that's what she said and all the like in office
Yeah.
shenanigans, like it couldn't exist today."
Dude, I remember the one where they put the what's the game called? Pick something pictorial, pick something.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, yeah, but they put the things, and you're like you're Asian or like you're a bad driver when it said Asian on it,
Oh yeah,
and then he's like I'm Asian. I was just like, damn, but like that's, and I mean, not that. I mean, yeah, they're obviously worse drivers now than then, but like to do that then, like, I mean, not to stereotype on anything, but like, I mean, dude, that is just life.
yeah.
And I mean, number one, you're never gonna stop that shit in life. Like,
Just like you're never gonna stop people from being sensitive about things either.
and then that's what I mean. And I do feel for both sides because I just mean, but like at the same time, it's just let it carry. Let life carry on in general.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Don't stop. Like because something that's gonna be sensitive about one thing, they're gonna hear that one thing and they're like, oh, it's hilarious. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Somebody that shit's funny to, right? It could be, well, that's what she said. All these people take offense to it. And then somebody says to these group, well, that's what he said. And they're like, so what's the difference?
Everyone's their own hero. That's one of my biggest life mottos is I always say that to people, like when someone's giving me their drama or whatever, this person wronged me, like whatever, like you always got to take into account like everyone's their own hero. Everyone thinks they're right, no matter what it is.
And
Their side
everybody
is
wants to write their finish in their fucking book. Right?
absolutely.
And it's like, this is how it ended. This is how it ended. And it's just like, dude, no. Like, I mean, there's more to life than that.
Not only that, but there's a million like a million people you're going to interact with in your life. They all live their own lives too. Like to sit back and think that you are the authority on any matter just because it's your opinion, like you got to make way for everybody. Like you got to exist together. You can't.
Yeah. Never aim to offend a group of people
Right.
and never aim to offend one person. But if that person happens to take offense to it, shame on all them for taking offense to one thing you said to a person.
Right.
That's guilty. 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 And I mean, shame on you for being able to wear a tank top in your garage. I could get pretty close right now. Hey, I got chanclas on.
And I'm wearing boots.
With
And I'm
socks.
wearing boots. So
But that's it. Nobody's willing to have that trade. you know what I mean? Nobody's willing. It's always 50% of this or 50% of this.
Yeah, it's all about give and take in life.
All right. We're going to have one more subject, and then we're going to wrap up this show. I, much like, sorry, I opened up my phone and the calculator was still on as to what the liter per gallon is right now in Canada. Do you think you could pick a topic right now or a question to ask, and it's going to be reciprocated?
Like, you just want me to come up with a topic.
Yeah, or come up with a question, but you got to answer it as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. If you had to choose between, I immediately go to vices. I don't mean to put that staple on the show, but I go to vices. If you had to choose one thing that you were going to keep in your life, I'm going to go with alcohol. Do you drink coffee? Do you drink caffeine in any
Oh
form?
yeah.
Okay, so you got alcohol, nicotine, caffeine. You can only keep one. Which one's it going to be and why?
Nicotine.
Nicotine.
So nicotine, I want to say, when you're younger, you have a beer here or there, you have a cigarette here or there. But I think when I was younger, having a cigarette or a cigar, I had cigars before I really drank.
Okay.
And I think just, I look at where, nicotine's taking me now, even just with cigarettes, like without cigars, like how long, I think nicotine truly got a hold of my life. I would go 2, 3 weeks, I would go a month without drinking.
Mm-hmm.
But in, a coffee, I'm drinking. I'm not a social drinker, but coffee, I'm a social coffee haver.
All
Right.
right.
And nicotine, if we're all smoking cigars, I'm going to have a cigar.
Yeah.
And so I got to say it's going to be nicotine. You know what I mean? And that's truly one thing I think that actually took control of my life was, nicotine. And that was cigarettes. Right. And even now, I think I've came, not to fucking toot my own horn or pat my own back, but I mean, just getting away from fucking cigarettes.
Right.
Was, I've been there at work. I've been there when I'm just, dude, shivering on the couch where it's like, it's been 2 days since I've had a cigarette. And I was a pack a day guy.
Right.
I'll go 2, 3 weeks without a cigar if I need to. You know what I mean? It's not something overweighing me. Because I know I'm gonna have a cigar, I'm gonna enjoy it, I'm gonna sit back, and I'm truly gonna relax.
Yep.
And I'm cool with having a fucking coffee with a cigar. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? But yeah, if I'm sitting there having a cigar, I know I got nothing to do the rest of the day. And okay, I'll have a drink. But it was, I mean, even now, if you watch me smoke a cigar, I still hit off my vape pen.
Right.
And that's my nicotine. And that's, truly something that I'm not ashamed of. But I mean, it's, how it was able to grab a hold of me. I was just like, damn, I could smoke as many cigars as I want a day. And I still want a cigarette or a fucking rip off my vape pen, right?
Gotcha.
And I it's a silent addiction. It truly is. And I mean, it's it's fucked a lot of people because of the prices. Not that it should be cheaper, but I mean, you raise the prices, you try to get people off of it, and it's something in my life that I've been able to not let go of. Even now, you know what I mean. I've gone a year without a cigarette or a vape pen or anything, but then you always fall back in,
Mm-hmm.
and I truly think that's something that and it's bothered me. I remember I was 21 and I was on my way to Las Vegas. My parents were driving me there, and it was for a BMX thing with Vans, the shoe company. My dad had a pretty good clue that I was smoking then, even at 21, and smoking's legal at fucking 19 in Canada. Or I think it's 18. And they're driving me. They're asking me all sorts of questions. You know what I mean? I'm a fucking 21-year-old guy, like on my way to Las Vegas with not my buddies, just going there to get dropped off at the airport and fly out, all paid for and everything. And my mom's, where are you staying? I was like, I don't know. I'm waiting to get picked up. Like, there. I'm like, where this, and I'm like, I don't know. My dad reaches back into the back seat and he's like, have a cigarette. It's just like this. I was like, and my mom's like, Bruce. And my dad looks at her. He's trying to quit. And I'm fucking. I'm 21 years old. You know what I mean? Looking back at it now, fucking 15, 16 years later, and I'm like, well, I wasn't trying to quit at 21 by any means, but it's my dad understood that. He was he's 63 now, so fucking let's go. He had already been smoking for fucking 20 some odd years. You know what I mean? So he understands it. But my mom quit when she got pregnant with me. So now it's, she's been off it for fucking 20 some odd years. So she's, like, what the fuck? And I always remember that. And, that's fucking 16, 17 years ago now. I always fucking remember that. He's trying to quit. And my flight, we had to go into fucking New York to JFK Airport. There was a layover there. And I remember, whatever. I'll take a fucking hour and a half flight, 2 hour flight. I'll get a layover. But I show up fucking an hour and a half early. So, and then I'm just like this. And I'm like, I need a cigarette. I need a cigarette. And I've never felt addicted to more something in my entire life than that. And I remember when I cut my fingertips off. You know what I mean? They put me on fucking some Percocet and Oxy. I remember after a couple of my days, my old man's like, what are you taking? And he looks at me, he goes, you don't need those. And I was just like, oh, you know what? You're right. I'm able to deal with that pain. But then I guess, fast forward to that, I guess that was my like coping thing, right? Was cigarettes, I guess.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not going to be a fucking life-changing fucking, addiction. But it's just the fact I look at it where I was like, well, this is what I'm addicted to. You know what I mean? And I don't compare cigarettes to it because I'll go 6 months without a fucking cigar if I really need to. You know what I mean? It's not going to affect my life.
Right.
But the fact that I need to just be, haul off my vape pen, and it's that oral fixation of just smoking. I'm just like, shit, man. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I could kick that fully. I think I have the power to, but I don't think mentally wise, I don't have the power to.
Right.
Were you ever a cigarette smoker?
Never. No. I started with with smoking pipes.
Okay.
2018, 2017. So I've only been smoking for, 4 or 5 years, anything at all. And no, I never smoked cigarettes at all.
See, I should have listened to more Emery. You know what I mean? I needed Christian rock more in my life. Dude, that was one thing, you know what I mean? My parents both they don't drink. You know what I mean? Me and my sister both drink, and just, I was, that was, for years, that's the way me and my dad bonded was with cigarettes. I was going for a cigarette and a coffee. Okay. And that's what I think it is that's my way of me bonding with my dad. I mean, now I don't smoke cigarettes with him. He'll smoke cigarettes beside me, and I'll just have my vape pen. But it's just like slowly fucking realizing that. But it's the fact that you're always doing that, but never actually, realizing like, hey, this is what you're doing. I mean, I've gone 2 months without smoking in front of him. Anything. Like even the vape pen. But it's just like you always fall. You know what I mean? Everybody's always got a crutch. People that tell you they don't have a crutch, they always have a fucking crutch. They're just not telling you what their crutch is.
Right.
And, like my dad, I give my dad, I told this story to my buddy. You give him a fucking $30 cigar, it's good. You give him a $2 cigar, it's good. You give him a 50-cent Cuban street cigar, it's good. He just like smoking.
Right.
And that's something that I think I've came to the conclusion with in my life. Is I truly just like smoking, whether it's a cigar, it's a joint, it's the vape pen, it's this smoking thing that we got for Christmas. I like fucking smoking, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to say, mind you, I'm not planning to quit smoking or drinking or anything, but caffeine's me, man. If I had to ditch cigars and alcohol, like if I had to pick it, I'm keeping my coffee, keeping my caffeine, and a lot of that is like it's a health and monetary thing. Like I don't see a drastic effect on the wallet or on my body if I'm continuing with caffeine. But if I had to get rid of 2 of the 3, might as
So,
well.
sorry, you go, and then I got a good double take on this.
Well, then I might as well do something that actually benefits my main addiction, which is spending a lot of time in the gym. You know what I mean? Like,
So you always spend what you save somewhere,
right. Yep.
regardless of what the fucking min or max of the fucking addiction is. You're always going to spend it somewhere. I quit smoking
Absolutely.
cigarettes. Great. I started buying more cigars. Not even smoking more cigars. I just started buying more cigars. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
my wife straight up quit cigarettes cold turkey, and she was dragging me on before because I had quit. I'm not doing nothing, not doing nothing. But now I get drinking, and she was smoking cigarettes. I was like, all right, give me one, give me one, give me one. Then when she quit cold fucking turkey, cold fucking
Mm-hmm.
turkey. And I'm just looking at her. I'm like, what the fuck? I can't have it. So then I go to the vape pen. I was like, okay, I could be good now. It's discreet. It's easy to do. I don't fucking smell. But then a month after it, I'm like, fuck, this is all I could do now.
Mm-hmm.
Right? When she quit cigarettes, she quit fucking caffeine
Okay. Wow.
at the same fucking time, right? So then she quit caffeine, and I was like, we got a Keurig machine, we got a fucking French, we got some coffee shit. But I was like, well, she's not having it. I don't need to have it with her in the morning. So I was able to quit, not fully quit nicotine, but I was able to quit caffeine for I think at least a year and a bit.
Yeah.
But I still had the vape pen for the fucking nicotine.
Yep.
Whereas her, she's like, she'll go 3 days without a coffee. She didn't have a coffee Thursday. She didn't have a coffee Friday. She didn't have coffee today. And she doesn't have nicotine.
Yeah.
So I think that's the fucking compromise in it is like you have to give up 2 things temporarily to give up one thing.
Hmm.
And that I think is like I think there's all a relation in there. You know what I mean? If you were to have 3 vices, set them all down. Essentially, the gym at the end of the day is not a vice. You're just trying to better yourself. Essentially, the caffeine is not bettering yourself, and the nicotine is not bettering yourself, right? Or
Right.
whatever your
Right.
vices are. You know what I mean? And it's just having the fucking willpower, and then having the drive with that willpower. And that's hey, you know what? I'm pointing the blame to is the fact I can't golf all year round. And that's why the vape pen is in my life. If I could golf
And
all
and
year round, I think I would survive at least a little bit more.
see, that brings back the point that you made before, is that like everybody's got a vice, right? Like something becomes a vice. Like in
Yeah,
that scenario, golf just becomes your vice. Like any of my friends that know me
I'm doing
best,
this to cope with this.
right? Any of my buddies that know me best are going to tell you, no, no, JP, the gym is 100% a vice for Ben. And really, actually, what it boils down to is like my schedule is a vice. Like I am
Yeah.
a Monday through Friday. Like my schedule is set, and I love my schedule. I love the way it like keeps everything in check. And I am a freaking slave to my schedule. So
Yeah. I
something's going to
mean,
take the lead.
yeah, that's it. You know what? At the end of the day, nobody can be perfect.
Right.
Everybody's got vices, and you know what? We could do ours in all of North America legally.
That's true.
So, you know what? Any final words, Ben Monk? And by the way, I'd love to have you back on. You got a spot here anytime.
Well, my last words would just be, thanks for letting me be on the show. It's been a few years. It's great to get back in touch with you. I know you've been off social media, so we haven't talked in like over a year now.
So sorry. That I thought was one of the big vices in my life. Dude, I take a shit. I'm on my phone. I come out here and literally I would just spend fucking 30 minutes. You know what I mean? And I
Oh
was
yeah.
like, you know what? Fuck this.
Yeah, I feel
Like,
you.
all forms of it. And I asked Tim, and thank you, Tim. Thank you. All the dudes that took over it, and right. I was just like, dude, I go, and literally I was on it. I was just literally consuming too much of my life. And I go, this is all that I go post 2 times a week. I go, that's it. And I go, if I send something to you, just post it. And I'm going to be honest,
Right.
I probably send 4 things to them a month to post, because just
Mhm.
I you know I just you know what I mean. That's me overcoming something. That's it.
Absolutely.
That's not necessarily a bad thing, but it was just a time. Let me focus on this. If you could focus on this for me.
No doubt. So yeah, my ending words would be thanks for having me on the show. Great to get back in touch. Love to be on again one day. Drink green beer for St. Patty's Day. Yeah.
Oh, I was waiting for a fucking Wisconsin Green Bay drop. Fuck.
Go Green Bay and fuck
I
daylight
didn't
savings time.
think you were a
Fuck
fucking
daylight
Green Bay
savings.
guy.
Fuck daylight savings time. That's
You know
my
what?
fuck.
I'll piggyback that shit. Fuck daylight savings time. Half the time I forget, but everything we own is all updated, so it updates on its own. And then really, I don't even know. Um, you know what? Fuck overpriced, not boutique cigars. I'll get it. I'll pay an overpriced boutique cigar, but if you're in a boutique cigar, don't fucking try to overprice your shit. That and fuck Coors Light, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen. Until fucking next time.